All right, hello. Welcome back to Plant-Based Homestead Prepper. I am Plant-Based Homestead Prepper. My name is Roderick Chappelle. Thank you for being here. And I left my charger. So anyway, we are going to talk this morning about how long will it take? How long will it take? And whatever. We're talking about getting off grid. How long will it take for you to get married? How long will it take for you to find the career that you want? How long will it take? So, right after these messages. Alright, that's in tribute to Zapp and Roger. That's a cover of I Can Make You Dance. I think I'll start doing that. I think I'll start covering some music with the beatbox. So anyway, thank you, Zapp and Roger. That was a cover for them. And welcome back to Plant-Based Homestead Prepper. My name is Roderick Chappelle, and we make prepping fun. So the question today is, how long will it take? I was thinking about this morning. I'm like, especially in the society that we live in the United States, we tend to want things right now. We want it right now, all the time. Right now. We live in a microwave society where none of us actually want to wait on anything. And as soon as we get an idea in our mind, we want it right then. Now, if you have, stacks, when I say stacks, I'm talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars. A lot of times you can make things happen just like that. Especially if it's something you really want. Because if I had like $12, $13 million right now, I could go find me a plot of land. I can find me 100 acres somewhere. And in 6 months, I could have contractors out there, have built the house, built our entertainment building, built 7, 8 little bungalows for guests, put in a pasture for a herd of cattle and sheep and rams and whatever, had me a pig pen, had me a chicken coop, and hired me some workers to farm the land. When you got money, you can do that kind of stuff. However, most people that have that kind of money, I don't think they're thinking about living a prepper lifestyle. I could be wrong, but I don't know too many folks that have stacks and stacks and stacks of bills, and they're trying to get off grid. Most of the time they're living the easy life, as we call it. I don't know if it's the easy life or not, because I've never been on that side. But how long will it take for the average person to do really what they want? Well, you have to look at it this way. How long does it take for you to become a professional? How long does it take for a doctor to become a doctor? Are you talking about 12 years of, grade school, 4 years of college, and then what, another 4 to 8 years of medical school? I mean, that takes a long time to become a professional. What about a professional athlete? You talking about, they start from, I remember when I started playing football, I was like in the third grade. So you figure from 3rd grade to 12th grade, that's that 9 years, and then 4 years of college to 11, 12. If you're lucky, you get drafted, you go into the minor leagues. 2, 3, 4 years. Talking about that's 14, 16 years right there. And then you may get a shot at being a professional athlete. Well, what about attorneys? Same thing. Schooling. What about professional salespeople? Well, you can graduate. Well, you don't even have to graduate. You can, go through some trainings, have some motivation, be willing to go through a bunch of rejection, and yeah, you can be a professional salesperson who makes a ton of money. But with everything that you're going to be successful at, look at everything that makes it that's a given. Okay, so like in algebra, x equals something. Look at all the x's in the scenario. Time. It takes time to be professional, whatever. Same thing with being a prepper, building a homestead, learning different things. I mean, don't think for 1 second that you're going to be able to go buy a piece of land and immediately be able to thrive on that land. It's going to take several years for you to even learn. I'm looking at my backyard. This is our 3rd, 4th year being here, and I'm like, wow, I am finally learning my backyard. I'm finally, understanding the patterns of the sun, the patterns of the growth cycles in my backyard. We're talking about a small piece of property. We're not talking about, an acre. We're not talking about 15, 20 acres. Do you know how to drive a tractor? Do you know how to hook up the different attachments to your tractor so that you can, we don't have to go tractor. Do you know how to drive a riding lawnmower? So there's so much to this thing. And, I came to the realization that not everybody wants to be off grid. Not everybody does not want to go buy a piece of property. I'm looking at one of these trucks, one of the guys that I've got hooked up with, Grim Survival. He's a truck driver. He talks about these kind of trucks right here that, that they just sit on the back of the trailer, and there's 4 pins that holds them. And he said, don't ever be driving next to them. Don't ride around them. Don't be behind them. All that kind of stuff. So I caught myself behind one, and I thought about it. I thought about what he said with that warning, and I'm like, I need to get away from this truck. But I don't want to speed and go around him, so I'm stuck behind him. So anyway, with everything, it's going to take time. How much time? It really depends on you. Now, what I like to do when I get involved in something, and I get interested in something, for example, this YouTube channel. I started a YouTube channel years ago, and I would put a paddle around with it, and I'm kicking myself now because I was talking to Jennifer the other day. I said, dang, babe, if I had really gotten serious with YouTube like 6, 7 years ago, even 3 or 4 years ago, God, we probably have, 100,000, 200,000 subscribers and be doing well, be making some money right now, with YouTube. And my thing is like this, that's time that I can't get back. But with anything, you can always start to compress time frames. So that's number one. How long is it going to take? It really depends on you, because you can compress time frames. What does that mean? That means that when you get involved with something, I think I was talking about yesterday how, nobody can outwork me. So when you get involved with something, work like your life depends on it. Work like there's no tomorrow. Work like if today was your last day, and for the rest of your existence, this was going to be the last time you was going to be able to do it, and this had to be it, and that was going to sustain you for the rest of eternity. Work like that. Several people asked me yesterday, it's like, why are you posting so much? Well, for several reasons. One, I got a lot to say. 2, I know I have a lot of knowledge that can help people. But 3, and probably the most important, I feel like I'm behind the power curve. I feel like I am so behind these big YouTubers like Canadian Prepper, Pastor Joe Fox, Barry Independence, Grim Survival, Buzzard Roost Survival. I feel like I'm behind these folks. Now, am I going to walk them down? Yeah, I'm already walking folks down. But that's me. That's an internal competitiveness that I have. Because I'm like, okay, the only thing that you have on me is years. So what I have to do, I have to take these years. Okay, let's say these are the years. And what I have to do, I have to start doing a whole bunch. Okay, so if these are the years that you have on me, I got to start shrinking those down by posting content. So if I know for a fact that Prepper Nurse 1, he always talks about, he's got 1,500 videos up. I don't have maybe like 150, if that. I don't even know if I got that many. Which means I got a 10x. I have to 10x my work ethic and workload just so I can catch up. So the same thing with you. When you're trying to do something, if you want to do it as quick and as soon as possible, you have to 10x your time that you put into it. Let's say you're trying to, buy a house. Well, that means you need to 10x everything that a normal person would do. If they say, okay, well, get your tax returns for the last 2 years and get the last 2 pay stubs and make sure everything is paid off and blah, 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 blah. You need to eat oodles and noodles. And you need to be very diligent about getting everything done. I just threw that out, off the top of my head because I know that most people want to own a house. If you're trying to get a degree, and I don't care if you have a full-time job, okay? If you're trying to get a degree, there are going to be a whole bunch, listen, a lot of sleepless nights. Trust me on this. For me to put out the content I'm putting out and I'm not even spending a whole bunch of time editing, because that's where most of my time is spent when I edit videos. Oh my God, it takes so long to edit videos. So what I discovered, I'm like, hey, I can do lives, and I normally do lives anyway, because I was doing lives on Facebook before I came over here. I've been doing lives for years. I just wish I was doing my lives on both platforms. Wink, wink. So 10x your effort, 10x what you're doing. So that's number one right there. That's the first thing that you can do to make sure that you get there as fast as possible. I don't know how long it's going to take you. I know how long it's going to take me, because that's another thing. Write down, number 2, write down your goals. And then more importantly than that, write down the steps that it's going to take in order for you to get there. So in order for me to catch up with these bigger guys, I know for a fact I have to, don't have a choice. I have to, and I know Prepper Nurse 1 right now, he does 2 videos a day. So in order for me to catch up, guess what? I can't do 2 a day. It's impossible. You got 2 oranges over here? Somebody gives you 2 oranges? Same amount of oranges. Okay, or better than this. You give somebody 2 oranges and you go buy 2 more oranges, same amount of oranges, right? But if you give away 2 oranges and you get 3 oranges, now you're making progress. Same thing with saving, okay? Every paycheck, I want you guys to live by this. Every paycheck, if you can afford $5, $10, $20, whatever, take that amount and put it to the side. You got to have an emergency fund. And I'm not talking about putting it in your savings account. I mean, get you a safe at your house, and it can be a little small wall safe. They sell them at Harbor Freight for like $30. That might be your first investment with your first $20. Buy yourself a safe. Okay? So every paycheck, along with your $5 a week of your preps, take 10, take 15, take $20 out of every paycheck and stick it off in your safe at your house. You'll look up, and if you just do it and you're automatic about it, you'll look up in 4 weeks, guess what? You got $80 saved. And that doesn't mean go off in the safe and spend it. That's the emergency fund. You look up in 8 weeks, you got $160. And what is 20 bucks? Nothing. Okay? So anybody can save 20 bucks out of a paycheck. Somebody that's making minimum wage can save $20. So, write your goals down. I don't know why I got off on that tangent. Write your goals down and then write the blueprint out. Okay, well, if this is the goal, if I need 1,500 videos and I want to compress this time frame, okay, well, this person did it in 8 years. If I want to do it in 4 years, then I need to divide, 4 years into how many videos, or multiply it, or divide it, or add it, however you need to do it. Do the math. And then it will tell you, okay, well, I need to do this many a day. And I'm using YouTube because that's what I'm on right now. But whatever you're doing, wherever you're trying to get to, it's like we have a plan. I shared this with you guys before. Jennifer and I have a plan with real estate. And I drew it all out. I said, well, you know what? If we did this every 3 years, and this is a long plan. This is like a 20, 25-year plan. And the reason I started doing 20 and 25-year plans, when I found out that the Chinese set 100-year goals, I was like, well, shoot, I'm behind the power curve. I need to at least have 20, 30-year plans. Because if you don't have a plan, then that's just a plan for failure. All right? So I'm going to get off here. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate you guys. If this is your first time following me or finding me, please subscribe. Hit the bell notification. Comment. Ask your questions. Troll me. Whatever. And let's build this community. And if you've done all that, email me, plantbasedhomesteadprepper@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. I answer all emails. I try to answer all comments. And let's start a dialogue. Let's start talking. Okay? So thank you again for being here. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.